Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go.
Pace car is off. Rolling, rolling, green, 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 green. Hey folks, it's 2026, the Icebreaker at Berlin Raceway, our first race of the year. So, we started out with a very eventful day for us. Went out there about lap 1 in practice, got black flagged immediately, transponder was not reading. I thought that was my transponder having an issue. They gave us another one to try. But it turns out the track was having a lot of transponder issues in practice. First race of the year, the drivers and teams aren't the only ones having issues. So we're looking to a transponder issue. Then we went back out there in practice and the car stopped running right. It was getting about 3,000 RPM and just breaking up. We looked into everything we could, fuel delivery, pulled the plug, checked all the wiring, make sure everything was snug, popped the distributor cap off, found the contacts were a little dirty on the distributor, cleaned that up, sat back out there, and nope, issue came back. Lastly, we decided ignition box is about the only thing left to change, so we got one from the halls, threw it in, and at that point, practice was already over, so we lined up for qualifying, and the car ran great. So, ignition box, bad. Or the coil, either or. Just change the whole tray out. Went out in qualifying. That was my first lap at speed in this new car and on these tires. So, ran a 16.7. That landed us P14. About 3 tenths, I think it was, off the pole. So for my first lap in this car and those tires, I was pretty happy with that. So we lined up P14 for this race, and it took me, I would say, about 30 laps to really get it figured out. I fired it off pretty slow, as you can see. We already got a big gap between me and I think that's Ken up there. Ken, Scott, and Keith all battling position. So yeah, this opening bit of the race is just me learning these tires, and yeah, at this point, I'm going to fast forward a little bit through this boring part in the first stint. The second half of the race is a little more entertaining from my perspective. Now we all look really slow after that fast forward bit, but those are some boring laps. Figured we just cut them. We're coming to the competition caution here at lap 35, and that's what the yellow's for. Alright, so choose cone in effect here. Looks like I went high. I think I get a spot out of that. And yeah, re-rack them and stack them. Let's send them again. Whoops. Yeah, I definitely did not mean to do that. I just entered like I normally did. I was rolling the centers pretty well, and Boris parked it. I went and talked to him after the race, apologized to him, and he said he was really, really tight, and I imagine he was just checking up more to try to help his car rotate. And yeah. Sorry. And it's the final restart of this race. And some contact there with the 47. I guess he expected me to enter one with all four in the apron. I don't know why he was pinching me like that, but it allowed Francis to get to the inside of me there, and Scott's going to follow him too. Got in my head a little bit. But, yeah. After Scott gets by me here, I pretty much spend the whole race trying to get back around Scott. I cannot manage to set up a pass with him. The last little bit of this race, some good footage there. But at this point, I'm going to pretty much be done talking. So, folks, those that have watched this much of it, I appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't be afraid to hit that button. Likes and comments down below, they help my channel out a lot, and I appreciate it. And we'll see you in 2 weeks at Berlin. Thank you.